Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to be starting the next session today. First session on heat will begin at 4:35 with event 29, girls 13, 14, 200 backstroke. We good? You're going to have the wonderful voice of DeCarlo tonight, no me. Yes, I'll just get over there.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Keystone Thanksgiving Invitational. This is the third session for the 13 and over Saturday session, and again, welcome everyone to the Keystone Aquatics facility. Please like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Keystone Swims, and if you can, please subscribe to the channel. And we will be started here shortly at 4:35 with the first event, which is going to be the girls 13, 14, 200 backstroke. So sit back and relax and enjoy the live stream. We would like to thank Jamie and Jason Kickline here for setting up this live stream that all of you are enjoying from home. So please give a big thank you to Jamie and Jason. Thank you.
Attention, all timers and officials, please report to your stations. All timers and officials, please report to your stations.
And that was our announcer for today, John DeCarlo, announcing all timers to report to their stations. And at this time, we would like to also thank all the parents and volunteers who have given so much time to make this meet possible, along with all the coaches and officials. So thank you, everyone. with that whistle, here starts
Event
the meet.
29, girls 13-14, 200-yard backstroke. Heat 1.
In Heat 1, we have from Keystone, Courtney Cherrix in lane 3. From Nittany Lions, Molly Dell. And from the LAC club, Kathleen Mooney in lane 5. That was a false start, and we're going to try this again. And the session is underway. All 3 swimmers are off to a clean start. And Courtney and Molly have hit the wall first. At the first half of the 200-yard backstroke, Molly Dell from Nittany Lion has a slight body length advantage over Courtney Cherrix. Coming to a close. Molly is hanging on to a very slight advantage at this point in time. And she finishes first. And Courtney Cherrix has finished second. Molly wins with a time of 2 minutes, 28.59 seconds. Congratulations.
Heat 2.
At this time Heat 2 has been announced. And in Heat 2, in Lane 1, we have Adriana Hosley from Nittany Line, Zoya Hassan from Keystone, Molly Workman in Lane 3 from the Nittany Lines, Quinn Castro from the Nittany Lines, Bria Burkholder from Lancaster, Kelly Brownstead from the Nittany Lines, and Lily Moore from Keystone. And they are off. We are seeing some impressive underwater kicks from Molly Workman and Lily Moore. And as you can see, they're both hitting the wall simultaneously almost and doing a lot of underwater work. This one will be a close one, folks. Stay tuned. At the halfway, Workman is ahead of Moore. And is building on her advantage with every wall. Last 25 headed home. Workman seems to have a good advantage over Lily Moore and will win this. And Molly Workman stops the clock at 2 minutes 15.07 seconds. And Lily Moore has stopped the clock at 2 minutes 17.38 seconds. They have both dropped over 15 seconds from their previous times.
Heat 3.
And the final heat is now up in lane 1 from Keystone. We have Natalie Colarossi. Lane 2, Ava Buck, again Keystone. Lane 3 is Zoe Rogers from Wilmington. In lane 4, Katie Bueller from Keystone. Lane 5, Mary Kate Kufsky is unattached. Lane 6, 7, and 8 are all Keystone swimmers of Sam Kill, Nicole Hassis, and Emma Fickett. Folks, this is going to be a fun race. Lane 3, Zoe Rogers was in the lead in the first 25. And she is still in the lead after the first 50. Zoe Rogers has hit the 75 mark ahead of Quinn Castro, but barely. Sorry, my bad, that was Katie Bueller. Go, Katie. It's neck and neck. Rogers and Bueller. Looks like Katie Bueller is successfully pulling out a rope-a-dope tactic here, and she is pushing strong in the second half. And again, it is Katie Bueller who is leading Zoe Rogers and followed closely behind by Sam Kill. Looks like Katie Bueller is not going to lose this and will win this comfortably. I can see a smiling John Bueller somewhere, happy that Katie has now won this race in 2 minutes 8.76 seconds, and Sam Kill has finished second in 2 minutes 11.21 seconds. And both these girls have dropped time, so congratulations.
Event 30, boys, 13-14, 200-yard backstroke, heat 1.
We got 2 heats in this event for the boys, 13-14. And in heat 1 we have in lane 3 Sean Kemske from Wilmington, Owen Fostrich from Keystone, and Stephen Detweiler from the Hatboro Horsham team in Philadelphia. We have a slight hold up here because one of the swimmers has lost their goggles and the race should be underway shortly. And here we go. Heat 1, 200-yard backstroke. Sean Kemske is off to a flyer, followed by the 2 other swimmers. At the halfway mark, it looks like Sean Kemske still has his lead. It's Stephen Detweiler from the Hatboro team is closing in. the last 50 of the race. We have a tiring Sean and a surging Steve coming up to the wall. And the last 25 is going to be close. And the race is on. They're both going for the wall. Sean does have a slight half a body length lead and seems to be increasing it, and will hit the wall first in 2 minutes 27.56 seconds. And Steven is coming second with 2 minutes 29.32 seconds. Good race, boys.
Heat 2.
Heat 2 has Cornelius Cummings of Keystone, Jacob Troy of Lancaster, Caleb Surfass of Keystone, Jaden Almodovar of Lancaster, Spencer Alderson from Hatboro, Mio Dexterless from Keystone, John Mull from Lancaster, and Ryan Taylor from Lancaster. Lane 4, Jaden Almodovar is slated to win this race. Let's see if he can live up to that billing. Yep, at the turn, the first 50, he's 2 seconds above his nearest rival, and his lead is increasing. Jaden has now completed the first 100 yards in under a minute. With about 30 yards to go, Jaden is sure to win this race. The question is, how much time will he drop? In second place will be Spencer Alderson from Hatboro, and Caleb Surfass will be third from Keystone. Jaden just hits the wall at 2 minutes 4.5 seconds, dropping a full 3 seconds from his previous time. Great swim, Jaden.
Event 31, girls 200-yard backstroke, heat 1.
All right. Looks like we have David versus a couple of Goliaths here, but let's see how this goes. We have Tori Tafuto in lane 3, Lainey Groff in lane 4, and Callie Burkholder in lane 5. The race will primarily be between Lainey Groff and Callie Burkholder. both of Lancaster Aquatic. And that is because Tori Tafudo will probably just slide in for the win. Doesn't seem to be exerting herself at all. After the first 100, Tori Tafudo is in the lead with 1 minute 3.79 seconds. Looks like a lazy Sunday afternoon swim for her. And Tori hits the wall with a minimal fuss in 2 minutes and 11.55 seconds. And in second place will be Callie Burkholder, who comes in with a fantastic time of 2 minutes 27.74 seconds, which is fabulous for an 11-year-old. And Lainey Groff rounds out the race with 2 minutes 38.7 seconds again. Fantastic time for an 11-year-old.
Heat 2.
Heat 2 is going to begin shortly. Brigid Flanagan from Wilmington, Jordan Holmes from Lancaster, Ali Cole from Nittany Lions, Lauren Hendricks from Wilmington, A.B. Steichel from Lancaster, Sierra Hoop from Lancaster, Cameron Jones from Atboro, and Ella Fouts from Lancaster. So Ali Cole and Lauren Hendricks are keeping this race interesting. And the two girls are still being neck to neck and are going in for the final turn. Lauren Hendricks is slightly ahead of Ali Cole. Let's see what happens. And it is Lauren Hendricks who pulls one over Ali Cole. Hendricks has finished with a time of 2:19.59 over Ali Cole's 2:20.37. It's a fairly close race, and congratulations to Lauren for winning it.
Heat 3.
Heat 3 has just been announced, and we have in lane 1 Samantha Andrews from the Keystone Aquatics Club, Shelby Khan from Lancaster, Ashley Perry from Lancaster, Eliza Sandhouse again from Keystone Aquatics, Kyra Agnew from the Wilmington Aquatic Club. And in lane 6 and 7 we have Ella Crawford and Maddie Price from Keystone Aquatics and Lydia Hopper from Lancaster Aquatic. Lane 5, Kyra Agnew, is leading at the first turn, and a quick shout out to Holly Crawford, Ella Crawford's mom, for helping with the volunteer duties yesterday at the meet. Hope you're watching this, Holly. And after the first 100, Kyra Agnew seems to be on a comfortable path to victory. Again, she's making it look really easy, but believe me, it is not. Every stroke and every turn is precision. And Kyra has 50 more yards to go and is going to win this one comfortably. And Kyra Agnew has now won the race with a time of 2:10.95. And she has dropped about 4 full seconds from her previous time. So congratulations to Kyra. Yeah.
Heat 4.
Heat 4 has just been announced, folks, and it has been brought to our attention that our volume was a little low, so The volume is now being brought up. And the race is underway. So in lane 1, we have Megan Spicer from Wilmington. In lane 2, we have Ashley Mellinger from Lancaster Aquatic Club. In lane 3, we have Bella Rippon from Keystone. And in lane 4, we have Amelia Dye from Keystone. In lane 5, Lenya Ryan from Wilmington. Lane 6, Olivia Travazis from Keystone. In lane 7, we have Ellie Friedlander from Lancaster. And in lane 8, Lydia McMullen is from Keystone, completes the lineup. After the first 50, we have Lenya Ryan leading the charge here, and she is maintaining her lead after 75 yards as well. And Lenya still leads with the first 100 time of 1:02.53 seconds. While Lenya seems to be leading the race, second place seems to have switched hands, and now Bella Rippon from Keystone Aquatics is in second place from lane 3. Just barely ahead, but she is ahead, and she seems to be pulling away. Last 25 is going to be very interesting. Looks like Bella Rippon is catching up to Lenya Ryan. And it is Lenya who wins with 2 minutes 10.07 seconds. And Bella Rippon is a close second with 2 minutes 10.28 seconds. That was closer towards the end. So great swim, girls. All right, up next is going to be the final heat, Heat 5. This is going to be a screamer, folks. It's going to be a screamer. Hang on.
Heat 5.
We have Benita Zuo, an unattached swimmer in lane 1. Callie O'Reilly from Keystone in lane 2. Claire Ryland from Keystone again in lane 3. And then we have the leader of the pack, Jade Castro in lane 4 from the Nittany Lions. And we have McKenna Fickett from Keystone, Rachel Bockhart from Wilmington, Angela Bronco from Keystone, and Lila DiCarlo again from Keystone. So a bunch of 5 Keystone swimmers who are going to be chasing down Jade Castro. Let's see how this one goes. It's a close one. We have Callie O'Reilly barely beating Jade Castro at this time by 0.08 seconds. And they are turning neck and neck, Callie and Jade. 75. Callie is maintaining that lead over Jade Castro. And it is neck and neck. This is a race, folks. Callie and Jade are taking it home. Looks like Jade Castro is pulling away for the last 15. And is slightly ahead at this point in time. Still too close to call. Let's see who gets the better turn. Looks like Jade Castro is ahead. And will win this race. With the time of 2 minutes, 3.83 seconds. And Rachel Bokrath came out from nowhere from Wilmington to win second place with 2 minutes 4.59 seconds. And Callie O'Reilly brings out the top three with 2 minutes 5.5 seconds. And all these girls have dropped time from their previous times, so great job, great showing.
Event 32, boys 200-yard backstroke, heat 1.
And now it's the turn of the boys for the 200-yard backstroke. Heat 1 has been announced. Parker Orndorff from the Nittany Lions is in lane 3. Ryan Troy from Lancaster is in lane 4. And Max Lenz from the Wilmington Club is in lane 5. The 17-year-old Parker Orndorff from the Nittany Lions Club is ambling through this race at this point in time. So Parker Orndorff has won this race with a time of 2 minutes 3.45 seconds. But we're waiting for Ryan Troy to finish this race. Now we'll give you his time, which is 2 minutes 38.82 seconds. Ryan seems to be the true winner of this race because he has dropped 18 seconds off his previous time. Congratulations, Ryan.
Heat 2.
Heat 2 has now been announced. We have from Keystone in lane 2, Declan Reinowski. In lane 3 from Lancaster, Brody Reber. In lane 4, again from Lancaster, Will Troy. In lane 5 from Keystone, we have Bryce Mills. In lane 6 from Nittany Lions, we have Garrick Zeng. And in lane 7, we have Ethan Hahn from Wilmington. They all turn at the same time at the 25. Looks like Garrick Zeng is ambling through this race, doesn't seem to be putting in a lot of effort, and he is easily in first place. At this time, half the race gone, he is in first place with a time of 1 minute, 1.43 seconds. Garrick Zeng has now won the race with a time of 2 minutes, 6.55 seconds. Followed in second by Ethan Hahn with a time of 2 minutes and 9.14 seconds. Garrick has dropped about 11 seconds, whereas Ethan has dropped almost 39 seconds from his last time. Congratulations.
Heat 3.
Heat 3 is now in the water. Daniel Casey from Keystone, Lucas Knapsider from Lancaster, Jason Veller from Keystone, Derek Estep from Keystone, Brandon Estep from Keystone, Aidan McMillan and Thomas Paul also from Keystone, and Connor Semsey brings up the heat, and he is from Lancaster. Let's keep an eye on lane 4, Derek Estep. He's one of the fast and upcoming swimmers within Keystone. Should go under 2 minutes here. We'll see. Close race between Derek and Aidan. Derek seems to be ahead with the 27.17. Derek Estep now leads the race by a full body length almost. Aidan McMullen is bringing in second place at this time. And Brandon Estep is going to round off the top three. Derek should win this race comfortably. Now the only thing that remains to be seen is if he will come under the 2-minute time. And he does so comfortably with a time of 1 minute 56.86 seconds. Aidan McMillan comes in second, under 2 minutes as well, with 1 minute 58.95 seconds. And Brandon Estep is behind his brother with 2 minutes 1.39 seconds. Great job, Derek. All right, it's time for the big boys here in heat 4 of 4. We have a few unattached swimmers in lane 1, 2, and 7. In lane 1 we have Teddy Blake. In lane 2 we have Matt Selig, and in lane 7 we have Vubi Kupski. Then we have some keystone swimmers in lane 4, 5, and 8. In 4 we have Ben Disclus. In 5 we have Alex Blacker. In 8 we have Patrick Hemingway. And in lane 3 we have Zach Lambert, and in lane 6 we have James Mall. Zach is from Nittany Lions and James is from Lancaster. Folks, this is going to be a dash to the finish. Lane 2 is leading the way at this point in time. Matt Selig, an unattached swimmer, is ahead. And Matt Selig is still ahead with a time of 25.74, which is pretty fast. Matt Selig leads Ben Disclus at the 100-yard by about a second. Matt Selig now has a comfortable body length lead and will win this race. And Matt Selig has won the race with a time of 1 minute 49.68 seconds. And Ben Disclus has come in second with a time of 1 minute 51.77 seconds. Matt has sliced off about 8 seconds from his previous best.
Event 33, girls 13-14, 100-yard breaststroke, heat 1.
And in the breaststroke in heat 1 from Nittany Lions in lane 1 is Quinn Castro. From the Hershey Aquatic Club in lane 2 is Elise Brelsfeld. From Keystone in lane 3 is Bella Roting. In lane 5 is Victoria Kyle. In lane 6 is Courtney Cherricks, and in lane 7 is Ava Christopher. In lane 4 from Lancaster is Morgan Bitting, and in lane 8 from Hatboro Horsham is Kendall Goltz. Ava Christopher, a Keystone swimmer in lane 7, is way ahead of the rest of the folks and is going to win this race comfortably. Way to go, Ava. And Ava has finished the race with a time of 1 minute 21.44 seconds, which is a drop of about 14 seconds from her previous 100 breast. Fantastic. Heat 2 is on deck.
Heat 2.
And in Heat 2, from Lancaster Aquatic Club, we have Kathleen Mooney. From Keystone, we have Izzy Beck. From Nittany Lions, we have Molly Dell. An unattached swimmer in lane 4 is Mary Kate Kupski. From Keystone, we have Zoya Hassan. And from the Hatboro team, we have in lane 6 and 7, Margaret Pompili and Emilia Vixen. And in lane 8, we have Lily Johnston from Keystone. Looks like we have a last minute swim goggle exchange going on. Hopefully we'll get started here real quick. Yep, looks like we're ready. Heat 2 of 4. Girls 13-14, 100-yard breaststroke. Out of lane 7, we have Emilia Eriksson hitting the wall first. And at the 50, she maintains her lead with 35.72. Emilia Eriksson is still leading the race. This is getting a lot closer. Emilia Eriksson is now being challenged by Mary Kate Kupski in lane 4. And Zoya Hassan is making a run for it for 3rd place. And it looks like Emilia Eriksson will win this with a time of 1 minute 15.81 seconds. Mary Kate Kupski is coming in 2nd with a time of 1:17.02. And Zoya Hassan is going to round up the top 3 with a time of 1 minute 18.21 seconds. Congratulations, girls.
Heat 3.
Heat 3 will feature Skylar Black, Bernice Oreza, Ava Buck, all from Keystone, Mallory Jeremiah from Wilmington, Kate Hooper from Nittany Lions, Maddie Surfass from Keystone, Haley Ledford from Lancaster, and Nicole Hassis, again from Keystone. Wilmington swimmer Mallory Jeremiah is leading this race. And as you can see, she has a very explosive burst out of the water. But lane 6, in a contrasting style, is Maddie Surface, who seems to have a longer glide in the race. It's going to be close between the two of these. Let's see who pulls it off. Ooh, that was so close. Mallory Jeremiah just barely holds off Maddie Surface for first place. The time difference between the two of them is 200ths of a second. Mallory wins with a time of 1 minute 13.02, whereas Maddie puts in a stellar performance and comes in second with a time of 1 minute 14.04 seconds. She has dropped about 3.4 seconds off her time. Great race, Maddie. And the top cats are here for the race. It's Katie Bueller from Keystone, Sarah Parker from Hatboro, Lily Moore from Keystone, Lilianne Gigino from Nittany Lions, Bella Caraballo from Wilmington, Cameron Bear from the Nittany Lions, Gianna Bevivino from Hatboro, and Sam Kill from Keystone. This is going to be a fun race, folks. We have some very good breaststrokers in here, especially lane 3 and lane 4. It's neck and neck between Lily Moore and Lilianne. Again, it is neck and neck between the two Lilies. Lily Moore is now in second behind Lilianne. And Lilianne is pulling away at this point in time. And Lilianne will win this race, it seems. And second place is a tight race between Lily Moore and Bella Caraballo. And Lilianne Gigino does win the race with a time of 1 minute 6.66. And Lily Moore comes second with a time of 1 minute 6.66. Great race, ladies.
Event 34, boys 13-14, 100-yard breaststroke, heat 1.
All right, now we're on to the boys, 1400-yard breaststroke. We've got Zach Owens from Lancaster in lane 3, Trent Keeler from Keystone in lane 4, and Andrew Tedesco from Hatboro in lane 5. Zach Owens is going to win this race, followed closely by Andrew Tedesco, and Trent Kilo will round up the top three for the race.
Heat 2.
Heat 2 has been announced. We have Carter Johnson from Lancaster, Garrett Hicks from Keystone, Jacob Troy from Lancaster, and Peyton Knepp from Lancaster. And two Keystone boys, Nate Sober and Gabriel Casey, will round up the lineup. Jacob Troy it is, who was leading this race at the end of the first 50. Coming up to the 75, Jacob Troy is still leading, but he's being challenged strongly by Peyton Knepp, his teammate. After a good pull-out, it looks like Jacob Troy will win this race and is headed for the wall to finish in 1 minute, 16.35 seconds. Peyton Knepp is second with 1 minute, 16.99 seconds. And the final heat
3.
is now on deck. Lane 1, John Moll from Lancaster, Felix McNair and Bobby Dempsey are both from Keystone in lanes 2 and 3. Jonathan Hughes from Nittany Lions in lane 4. Ryan Taylor from Lancaster in lane 5. And an unattached swimmer, Ethan Wignowich, is in lane 6. Jason Boo from Keystone and Cornelius Cummins from Keystone round out lane 7 and lane 8. Jonathan Hughes, he looks a class apart from the other swimmers and is fairly ahead of everyone and will comfortably win this race. And at this time, Ryan Taylor seems to be in second place. And Ethan Voinovich is going to round out the top 3. Jonathan Hughes, who won the race, has knocked off about a minute and a half of his best time and now has a new personal best.
Event number 35, girls 100-yard breaststroke, heat 1.
Event 35 has now been announced, and we have the girls doing the 100-yard backstroke. This is an open event, so we'll see kids from all age ranges. We have a 12-year-old, a couple of 12-year-olds, actually 3 12-year-olds in this race, and 2 17-year-olds. So it might be a little lopsided, but let's enjoy. Lane 2 is Cami Schwartz. Lane 3 is Madeline Heen. Lane 4 is Lane Groff. Lane 5 is Ella Fouts. Lane 6 is Olivia Wilson. And lane 7 is Rachel Schwartzer. We have a 12-year-old Cami Schwartz who is in lane 2 and is leading this race with a time of 33.45. And Cami Schwartz is going to win this race in a time of 1 minute 9.65 seconds. Yep, that was a 12-year-old who just won the race with a time that's going to probably stand in the top 10 times for the event. Way to go, Cami. On deck is heat 2 of 5 of the girls 100-yard breaststroke. We have Hannah Bliss from Keystone, Sierra Hook from the Lancaster Aquatic Club, Lydia Hawker from Lancaster Aquatic Club, Meredith Solomon from Nittany Line, Olivia Terrazas from Keystone Aquatics, Kaya McCool from Nittany Lines, Anya Amberling from Lancaster Aquatics, and Samantha Andrews from Keystone Aquatics. This is a close one, folks. We have Kaya McCool leading the race at this point in time. But Hannah Bliss is a close second. Keep your eyes in lane 6 and lane 1 if you can. Looks like lane 6 might pull this one away. Has a good pullout. Lane 6, Kaya McCool. Lane 1, Hannah Bliss. The winner is going to be from one of these two lanes. And it is Kaya McCool from lane 6 who wins the race. And Meredith Solomon comes in second in lane 4. Kaya McCool wins the race with an even time of 1 minute and 12 seconds. Which is a 3.36 second improvement from her last time. Way to go, Kaya.
Heat 3.
In Heat 3, we have from the Lancaster Aquatic Club in lanes 1, Mia Perry. In lane 3, Ashley Mellinger. From the Nittany Lions in lane 2, we have Megan Doucette. In lane 4, we have Jade Castro. And in lane 8, we have Kelly Brownstead. Lane 5 and 6 belong to Keystone. We have Sarah Turner and Mia Estep in those two lanes. And lane 7, we have Tiernan Taggart from the Wilmington Aquatic Club. Jade Castro is in the early lead with a 32.79 for the first 50. There's still a lot of racing to do though. And Jade Castro is turning for the finish with two girls hot on her heels in lanes 3 and 5. But it seems Jade Castro is going to pull this one off. And she does with a time of 1 minute 9.66 seconds. Ashley Mellinger and Sarah Turner bring in second and third place. Sarah has a time of 1 minute 10.58 seconds, which is a whole second faster for her. Go Sarah.
Heat 4.
Heat 4 has Araceli Skiles from Keystone, Leila Mulvaney from Wilmington, Emily Taylor from Lancaster, Marissa Kopek from Keystone, Ava Knopsider from Lancaster, Lenny Ryan from Wilmington, Mia Tamburino from Hatboro, and Kayla Parry from Lancaster. Lanes 4 and 5 are neck and neck. Marissa Kopek and Eva Knopsider. And they hit the wall together again at the 75, headed home. Marissa Kopek, Eva Knopsider, and Lenya Ryan is trying to enter the conversation. Let's see which one of the three win. And it is Marissa Kopek who comes in first with a time of 1 minute and 8 seconds flat, followed by Ava Knopsider and Lenya Ryan. And on deck is now the final heat. In the final heat from Keystone Aquatics, we have Sydney Stas. From Nittany Lions, Maggie Delaney. From Lancaster, Caitlin Bitting. From Wilmington, Riley Waslan. And then from Keystone, we have Carrie Powell, Allison Weller, and Isabella Kill. And finally from Nittany Lions, we have Maddie Kohler. My money is on Isabella Kill for this race. Let's see how she does. Oh, at the turn we have lane 8, Maddie Cole leading the race. And it's a real close race between Maddie Cole in lane 8 and Riley Waslin in lane 4. And it is... It's too close to call. I think it is... according to the scoreboard, it's Riley Waslin in lane 4. But Maddie Cole was close behind. Yep. It is Riley Waslin who has won this race with a time of 1 minute 6.87 seconds. Congratulations, Riley.
Event 36, boys 100-yard breaststroke, heat 1.
And event 36 is the boys 100-yard breaststroke. We have Jackson Shirey, Brody Reber, and Ryan Troy in lanes 345. All of them from the Lancaster Aquatic Club. Brody Reber is on track for winning this race. And he stops the clock in 1 minute 16.09 seconds, a full 2 seconds faster than his previous time.
Heat 2.
Heat 2 has just been announced. We have Declan Wojnarowski from Keystone, Ian Metzger from the Lancaster Club, Jason Veller from Keystone, John Haskins from Keystone, Andrew Clement from Wilmington, Colin Leave from Nittany Lions, and Will Troy from Lancaster. John Haskins is off to a flying start and is the first to make the turn. John Hopkins turns first at the 50 with a time of 30 seconds, 30.44 seconds. John Haskins wins with a time of 1 minute 5.84 seconds. A full 5 seconds faster than his previous time, so now he has a new personal best. Congratulations, John.
Heat 3.
Heat 3. In lane 1 we have Connor Semse from Lancaster Aquatic Club, and in lane 2 we have Brandon Ested from the Keystone Aquatic Club. But the leader is in lane 7, Marcus Papanikolaou, who is an unattached swimmer. Marcus has turned first with a time of 27.67. This is the breaststroke, and that is a fast time. And Marcus seems to be exploding towards the wall. And with an almost 8-yard pullout, is going to win this race comfortably. Now the question is, how fast is he? Marcus Papanikolaou has just finished the race in 1 minute and 11 hundredths of a second. Great job, Marcus. That time might hold up as the fastest time for the event. We'll just have to wait and see how the other kids go in the next 2 heats.
Heat 4.
Heat 4 is now underway, and lane 3, 4, 5, 6, they all want to win it. In lane 1 we have Josh Smith from Wilmington. In lane 2 we have Ryan Willis, an unattached swimmer. Grant Lightford from Lancaster is in lane 3. Ryan Lee from Keystone is in lane 4. Ruby Kupski, another unattached swimmer, is in lane 5. Patrick Clement is in lane 6. From Wilmington, Eric Witt from Nittany Lions in lane 7, and Lucas Knopsider is in lane 8. The race is really between Ryan Lee and Ruby Kupski in lanes 4 and 5, and it is anyone's race here. They are both just going at it. And it's going to be a real close finish, and Ryan Lee has pulled it off Ruby Kupski with a time of 1 minute 2.19 seconds, and Ruby Kupski is now second with a time of 1 minute 2.53 seconds. Again, folks, we need to keep an eye if Marcus Papanikolaou's 1 minute time will stand up, and it has stood up till heat 5. Heat 5 is the final heat, and we'll see if Marcus's time still stands strong.
Heat 5.
Heat 5 has just been announced. Chad Jones from Lancaster is in lane 1. Noah Drexler and Colin Clow from Keystones are in lane 2 and 3. Sean Earley from Nittany Lions is in lane 4. Alex Blacker, Mason Dillon, and Andrew Weatherholt from Keystone are in lanes 5, 6, and 7. And Leisha Gugino is in lane 8. He is from the Nittany Lion Aquatic Club. All right, we have boys in lane 3, 4, and 5 going at this one. Pretty strong. Let's see who stands up. Lanes 3 and 4 are in the lead. It is going to be between Colin Clow and Sean Early. One of them is going to take this home. Is it going to be Clow? Is it going to be Early? It is Colin Clow. Colin Clow wins with a time of 59.85. 59.85. And Sean Early comes in second with a time of 1 minute and 300ths of a second. That would mean Marcus Papanopoulos is now third with a time of 1 minute and 400ths of a second.
Next up is event number 37, girls 13 and 14 200-yard butterfly. In lane 1, Skylar Black from
Event
Keystone.
37, girls 13-14 200-yard butterfly. Heat 1.
In lane 2, Bria Burkholder from Lancaster. Lane 3, Caitlin Packer from Nittany Lions. Lane 4, Sophia Tunks from Keystone. Lane 5, Abriana Hosley from Nittany Lions. And lane 6, Ava Christopher from Keystone. They're on the blocks. And they're in the water. Lane to watch is lane 3, Caitlin Packer. She has the best entry time, but right now it is neck and neck as they approach the first turn. Looks like lane 1 is in the lead. That is Skylar Black. She does not have an entry time. About halfway through, lane 1 still appears to be in the lead. Looks like second is in lane 3. It's Caitlin Packer. I'm sorry, that was in. We're in lane 3. Caitlin Packer is going to be on top here. We are running this as a combine. I just noticed that. Lane 8 is Jaden Alamodovar from Lancaster. Caitlin Packer still holds the lead as she comes into the next turn. 3 body lengths ahead of the next competition. It looks like it's a second and third place race between Sophia and Bria in lanes 4 and 2. Here comes Caitlin Packer down for the last 2 laps, coming into the final turn. She's still pulling ahead from the rest of the pack. Lane 4, Sophia Tunks looks like she's going to be in second from Keystone. And lane 2, Bria Burkholder from Lancaster, coming in around third place. Caitlin Packer is coming in home stretch here. Let's see what she stops the clock at. 2 minutes, 20.13 seconds. And in second place for the girls, 20.24, 2 minutes, 24.3 seconds for Tunks. Jaden was racing as a solo for the boys, came in at 2 minutes, 6.61 seconds. That brings us to event number 39. This event has 3 heats. This is the girls' 200-yard butterfly.
Event 38, Boys 13-14, 200-yard butterfly. Sorry, that's event 39. Girls 200-yard butterfly. Heat 1.
We have 8 swimmers. This is a packed event. In lane 1, Callie Burkholder from Lancaster. Lane 2, Lydia McMullen from Keystone. Lane 3, Emily Taylor from Lancaster. Lane 4, Bridget Flanagan from Wilmington. Lane 5, Allie Cole from Nittany Lions. Lane 6, Jordan Holmes from Lancaster. 7 is Lainey Groff from Lancaster. And Mia Perry from Lancaster in lane 8. And it looks like it's a race today, folks, in lanes 4 and 5 vying for first place. Let's see if lane 5 can hold it. That is Allie Cole from the Nittany Lion Club. I'm assuming from Penn State area. They are neck and neck, folks. Looks like Allie Cole is holding off Bridget Flanagan now for the moment as they come into the second turn. Still lane 5 holding a slight lead. Allie Cole in front of Bridget Flanagan. These swimmers are looking very strong for the first heat, turning at almost the same time, lanes 4 and 5. Looks like lane 2 is coming up with the third place position. Lydia McMullen from Keystone coming into the next turn. Still lane 5, Allie Cole holding off Bridget Flanagan from Wilmington. Split time of less than 1 minute and 45 seconds for both of those swimmers. Does appear that Bridget is making some ground on Allie. And now, lane 4, Bridget Flanagan is in the lead, coming in to the turn. Third place looks to be going to Lydia McMullen from Keystone Aquatics. And coming in, that is Flanagan at 2 minutes, 22.31 seconds. To Cole's 2 minutes, 24.68 seconds. What a race. Coming up next, we do have heat number 2 of event 39, girls 200-yard butterfly. In lane 1, we have Abby Stakel from Lancaster. Lane 2, Megan Spraker from Wilmington. Lane 3, Ellie Friedlander from Lancaster. Lane 4, Hannah Parker from Hattiesboro Horsham area. Lane 5, Eliza Sandhouse from Keystone. Lane 6, Bonita Zul, and she's unattached. Lane 7, Sarah Turner from Keystone. And Marissa Kopek from Keystone. All these times look incredible, but obviously we're going to be watching the middle lanes to see who can pull off a win here tonight. We're on the blocks. And it looks like lanes 3 and 4 are vying for this, and lane 2. Looks like this is going to be a race. Lane 3, Ellie Friedlander from Lancaster appears to be in the lead at this moment, as they head for the third lap coming into the second turn. It still is Ellie in the lead. My bad. Lane 2 seems to have caught up here. Lane 2 is Megan Spraker from Wilmington. Seems to be speeding up against the competition. Here she comes. I'm sorry. That's Sarah Turner from Keystone in lane 7. Is now ahead, and it appears that the girls from Keystone are giving quite a run for this race. And they're coming into the final 50 yards here tonight for the girls 200-yard butterfly. This is the second heat. Girls from Keystone seem to be pulling away from the rest of the pack. However, lane 3 has caught up and made some ground. Lane 3, Ellie Friedlander. It's now a race between her and Sarah Turner from Keystone. We come into the final stretch. Let's see who hits here first. Looks like it's going to be Ellie, followed by lane 8. Ellie Friedlander pulls it off in 2 minutes, 11.61 seconds. And the girls from Keystone, Turner and Kopek at 2 minutes, 12.93 and 12.68 seconds. Great race, girls. Excellent times here tonight. We're now heading into Heat 3 of Event 39, girls 200-yard butterfly. Again, we have 8 girls lined up. Lane 1, Emily Murphy from Wilmington. Lane 2, Ashley Perry from Lancaster. Lane 3, Riley Waslin from Wilmington. Lane 4, Caitlin Bidding from Lancaster. Lane 5, Allison Weller from Keystone. Lane 6, Kayla Perry from Lancaster. 7 is Ava Knupsnyder from Lancaster. And lane 8, Ashley Mellinger. Here they go. Lane 4 is the lane to watch. That is Caitlin Bidding with an entry time of 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And as of right now, they are neck and neck at the turn. All these girls are looking like amazing swimmers at this point. Flying down the first 50 yards here for the second turn. Let's see if anyone has pulled away from the pack at this moment. Coming into the third turn. It's too hard to tell right now, folks, but it does look like lane 4 is in the lead. That is Caitlin Bidding from Lancaster. Into the next turn. Let's take a look at their splits. Split of 1 minute. 1 minute, 0.7 seconds for Caitlin Bidding. She is now in the lead. Pulling away from the rest of the pack by almost a full body length. Actually a full body length at this time. And it's a race for second, third, and fourth in the other lanes. Lane 7, 2, and 3. Here she comes into the next turn. Let's take a look at their splits here. Amazingly fast. Caitlin Bidding, again, lane 4, coming in at 1 minute, 33.38 seconds. Heading into the final turn here tonight. Caitlin Bidding is still more than a body's length in the lead. Looks like lanes 3 and 6 are vying for second and third place accordingly. What will it be? Caitlin Bidding brings it in at 2 minutes, 5.99 seconds. Second place is lane 6 at 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Amazing racing here tonight. Next up is event number 40. We have 2 heats in event 40. This is the boys 200-yard butterfly. In Heat 1, we have 6 swimmers tonight. In Lane 2,
Event
Jackson
40,
Shirley.
Boys 200-yard butterfly. Heat 1.
Lane 2 is Jackson Shirley from Lancaster. Lane 3, Joshua Smith from Wilmington. Lane 4, Grant Liebfried from Lancaster. Lane 5, Ben Clark from Keystone. Lane 6, Ryan Lee from Keystone. And in Lane 7, Brody Reber from Lancaster. And they're in the water, folks. Times to watch here. Looks like Lane 4, Grant Liebfried, has an entry time of 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And it does look like he is in the lead, but Lane 3 is pressing. Joshua Smith is right there trying to catch him as we enter into the second turn. Split time of 26.47 for Liebfried. Grant is now making more distance between him and the second place contender, which is Joshua Smith from Wilmington. Liebfried continues to advance his lead on Smith. Looks like Lane 6 is vying for third place, if I can see that correctly. Lane 6 would be Ryan Lee from Keystone. Again, Liebfried from Lancaster has a commanding lead over the other contestants tonight. Looks like Ryan Lee, Lane 6 from Keystone, is beginning to overtake Joshua Smith from Wilmington. Coming in here for the final 50. And the split for Liebfried is 1 minute 31.39 seconds, with the other two not far behind. Does look as if Ryan Lee from Keystone is now in a solid second place. And can he hold off Joshua Smith? Liebfried looks like Lane 6 has made up some ground here in the final end. As a surprise comeback, Ryan Lee takes first in this heat with a time of 2 minutes, 7.41 seconds, beating out Liebfried and Smith, who had 2 minutes and 10.6 and 2 minutes 10.41 seconds. Joshua Smith taking second, and Grant Liebfried dropping to third place. Great race, boys. Next up is heat number 3 of event 39, girls 200-yard. I apologize. Event 41 is up, girls 13 and 14 100-yard freestyle. There are 5 heats.
Heat 2.
All right, heat 2 of event number 40, boys 200-yard butterfly. They're on the blocks, folks. We have lane 1, Derek Eastep from Keystone. Lane 2, Ethan Shank from Lancaster. Lane 3, Wooby Kopsky he's undeclared. Lane 4, Ben Deschlus from Keystone. 5, Seth Kasi from Keystone. Lane 6, Connor Moran from Keystone. Lane 7, Foster Heasley from Nittany Lions. And lane 8, Noah Drexler from Keystone. And they are neck and neck coming in here to the second turn. It does look like lane 4 may be in the lead at this point with a split time of 24.74 seconds. Deschlus Ben is still in the lead coming into the third turn, but being pressed on all sides, especially lane 5. That's Seth Cassie from Keystone as well. These boys pushing each other harder in the pool tonight. Coming out of that turn, we do have Deschlus at 53.48. And it's still a tight race here with the Keystone boys in the center lanes. It's neck and neck, folks. Will Seth Cassie overtake Deschlos in the split? And it is very close. Only less than 0.2 of a second separating these boys. Does he have enough in the tank to beat Deschlos here? As they come in here, pushing, they are coming in very strong here to the final. And Deschlos does pull it off against Cassie by only 0.2 seconds, little more than 0.2 seconds there, folks. That was a close race. Great job to the boys from Keystone in the center pool there tonight. Next up is event number 41, girls 13 and 14, 100-yard freestyle. We have 5 heats tonight. Starting off, we have 4 swimmers.
41, girls 13-14, 100-yard freestyle. Heat 1.
Heat 1 in lane 3, we have Ella Bowl from Keystone. Lane 4, Elsie Brailsford from Hershey. Lane 5, Bella Roding from Keystone. And in lane 6, Quinn Castro from Nittany Lions. And they're in the water, folks. Here we go. Lane 4 taking a pretty good lead, although it does look like lane 6 is pressing in. That's Quinn Castro from Nittany Lions. We'll have to take a look at this. Looks like lane 6, Quinn is pulling ahead. Faster than Elsie. As we come into the second turn, let's take a look at the split. Castro making the turn first at 30.41 seconds. The other girls a few seconds behind, 1 or 2 seconds behind, and she has now created quite a gap between herself and Elsie. Quinn making the turn easily, commanding the lead at this moment. Coming into the wall, let's take a look at the split times. She is now advancing her lead. Her split time of 1 minute, 3.5 seconds is now almost 7 seconds faster than Elsie at this moment. That is the final time. She's coming in at 1 minute, 3.5 seconds for Quinn Castro is the winner of this race. Coming up next is heat number 2, event number 41, girls 13 and 14, 100-yard freestyle. We have 8 swimmers in the race. Lane 1, we have Kendall Goals from Hattsboro Horsham. Lane 2, Morgan Bidding from Lancaster. Lane 3, Abriana Hosley from Nittany Lions. Lane 4, Haley Leapfried from Lancaster. Lane 5, Victoria Kyle from Keystone. Lane 6, Molly Dell from Nittany Lions. Lane 7, Aurora Parrish from Keystone. And Lily Johnson in lane 8 for Keystone. And right now, they are too close to tell, although it does look like lane 6 may be pulling ahead. Lane 6 being Molly Dell from Nittany Lions. We'll take a look at the split here. And Dell is leading with a split time of 28.51. The other girls in the lanes next to her not far behind. Coming up to the next turn, she is still in the lead. However, she is being pressed by lane 4, which is Haley Leapfried from Lancaster. Can she hold her off coming into the home stretch? And it is Dell winning this with almost under a minute. We got a minute 0.95 seconds. Second place, Livfried, with 1 minute 1.25 seconds. And third place being Kyle, 1 minute 2.69 seconds. Very fast racing girls. Coming up next is heat number 3 of 5 heats for event number 42, girls 13 and 14, 100-yard freestyle. Lane 1, we have Courtney Cherricks from Keystone. Lane 2, Mallory Jeremiah from Wilmington. Lane 3, Zoya Hassan from Keystone. Lane 4, Elizabeth Fazio from Horsham Hatboro. Lane 5, Ava Christopher from Keystone. Lane 6, Amelia Erickson from Hatboro Horsham. Lane 7, Bernice Ariaza from Keystone. Lane 7, and Kate Hooper in lane 8 from Nittany Lions. Here they come. Looks like lane 4 has an entry time of under 1 minute. Can she continue this streak? It looks like lanes 4 and 5 are neck and neck tonight, folks. That is, looks like Elizabeth is in the lead in lane 4, followed closely by Ava from Keystone. Coming here to the final turn. Looks like lane 6 has pulled ahead. Amelia Erickson from Hatboro Horsham is now definitely leading, followed closely by second and third place in lanes 5 and 4. And let's take a look. And Erickson clinches it with a time of 57.82 seconds, followed closely by Ava with a time of 59.89, and third place, lane 1, which is Courtney Cherricks. Very fast times, girls. Great racing tonight here at Keystone Aquatic Center in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. We have 2 more heats of this event. Heat number 4 starts soon. Lane 1 is Zoe Rogers from Wilmington. Lane 2, Caitlin Packer from Nittany Lions. Lane 3, Gianna Bavino from Hatboro Horsham. Lane 4, Kelly Brownstead from Nittany Lions. Lane 5, Sophia Tunks from Keystone. Lane 6, Nicole Assis from Keystone. Lane 7, Bria Burkholder from Lancaster. And Mary Kate Kupski is unattached. Here they come. Very fast times here coming into this event. Looks like lane 4, Kelly Brownstead from Nittany Lions is expected to be the leader. Right now it does look like she is in the lead, but only barely as they come in to the second turn. Let's take a look at the split. Actually, lane 1, Rogers, has come into the split at 26.2. Lane 1 is now the lane to watch. Zoe Rogers far ahead of the pack by almost more than a body length. Wow. These swimmers look strong tonight. Lane 1 is now in the lead. The other swimmers trying to catch up to that lead. Let's take a look at the finish right now. And coming in with a time of 56.46 seconds, it is Zoe Rogers. And in second place, lane 5, Sophia Tunks, with a time of 58.24. All those times except one under the minute mark. And for our final heat, heat 5 of girls 13 and 14 100-yard freestyle, we have in lane 1 Natalie Calarosi from Keystone. Lane 2, Molly Workman from Nittany Lions. Lane 3, Sarah Parker from Hatboro Horsham. Lane 4, Samantha Kill from Keystone. Lane 5, Cameron Bear from Nittany Lions. Lane 6, Bella Carhallo from Wilmington. Lane 7, Katie Bueller from Keystone. And lane 8, Maddie Surface from Keystone. All these times incredibly fast. This could be anybody's race right now. All the girls coming in. Looks like Lane 3 is in the lead right now, but it is too close to tell at this point in the race. They all want to win this, and it shows as they move through the water here tonight. Right now, it does look like Lane 3 is barely in the lead, being chased by Lane 4. That is Sarah Parker from Hatboro Horsham in Lane 3. Seems to be the leader at this point. Lane 4 catching up quickly. Samantha Kill from Keystone. It is, oh, she has pulled ahead. Let's take a look at the board, folks. And there you have it. Sarah Parker has won first place with a time of 53.26, followed closely by Samantha Kill with 53.38. Sarah Parker shaving off 2 seconds of time. Almost 2 seconds of time. That is incredibly fast, folks, tonight.
Event 42, boys.
We're going to be moving in now to
100-yard freestyle.
event number 42, boys 13 and 14, 100-yard freestyle. We have 4 heats. In the first heat, we have 3 swimmers. We have in lane 3, Andrew Tedesco from Hatboro Horsham. Lane 4, Trent Keeler from Keystone. Lane 5, Zach Owens from Lancaster. And already lane 3, Andrew is taking a lead, but only slightly from lane 5. Zach Owens from Lancaster is pressing him and maybe advancing right now into the first place. Let's take a moment and look at the split as the boys come into the wall. And it does look like lane 3 is holding the lead by only 5/100ths of a second. Lane 3 being Andrew Tedesco of Hatboro Horsham. Can he hold off Zach Owens from Lancaster? It looks like he will, coming into the final turn. But it is still too close to tell, folks. Zach seems to be continuing to press him. He's not going to let up this race easily tonight. And the final time is Andrew Tedesco with a time of 1 minute 4.35 seconds to Zach Owens 1 minute 5.59 seconds, and a soft touch in lane 4. Congratulations, boys. Moving into heat number 2 of the boys 13 and 14 100-yard free. We have 8 lanes of swimmers tonight. Nathan Sober from Keystone in lane 1. Peyton Knepp from Lancaster in lane 2. Eric Samuelson from Keystone in lane 3. Jacob Troy in lane 4 from Lancaster. Stephen Detweiler in lane 5 from Hatboro Horsham. Lane 6 is Carter Johnson from Lancaster. Lane 7, Owen Fastrich from Keystone. And in lane 8, Keegan Williamson from Keystone. Jacob Troy from Lancaster seems to hold the entry time advantage here, but we may see times under 1 minute if they can shave some time off of their PRs. And then lane 4 does make that turn quickly, although lane 8 did seem to be moving pretty quickly. We're going to take a look at the split as they approach the second turn. And right now it is lane 8 in the lead with a split of 28.7. That is Keegan Williamson from Keystone with a lead right now by almost a body length. And it looks like Williamson is going to win this as long as he can hold off his challengers, which it appears he will do handily. These times appear like they might be under 1 minute. And here we go. We have Keegan Williamson at 58.74. And the other boys coming in just above the 1 minute, 1 second mark. Next up, we have heat number 3 of event 42, boys 13 and 14, 100-yard freestyle. 8 swimmers tonight. All or most with times under 1 minute. We have in lane 1, Jason Boo from Keystone. Lane 2, Sean Kemska from Wilmington. Lane 3, Felix Vickner from Keystone. Lane 4, Garrett Hicks from Keystone. Lane 5, Gabrielle Casse from Keystone. Lane 6, John Mole from Lancaster. Lane 7, Caleb Serfas from Keystone. And lane 8, Mio Deschlis from Keystone. They're on the blocks, standing up once more. And they're off and in the water. Let's keep our eye on, well, the center lanes. It's going to be a sprint to the end, folks. Looks like lane 4 made the turn first, just barely. What's that? Okay, and they're coming into the turn. And the split very close. 26.44 going to Vickner in lane 3. Let's keep an eye on this. And Vickner in lane 3 appears to be the front runner here, coming down the home stretch. Simply amazing. He's going to be coming in. Let's take a look. And he hits the wall at 55.14 seconds, shaving a lot of time off of his entry of 57.33. 2 seconds. Wait, 2 seconds off that time. That is amazing. And for the last heat number 4 of the boys, 13 and 14 100-yard freestyle, we have 8 swimmers. Lane 1, Ethan Wojnikovic. He's unattached. Lane 2, Jonathan Hughes from Nittany Lions. Lane 3, Bobby Dempsey from Keystone. Lane 4, Jaden Alamodovar from Lancaster. Lane 5, Ryan Wadsworth from Hatboro Horsham. Lane 6, Ryan Taylor from Lancaster. Lane 7, Spencer Alderson from Hatboro Horsham. And 8 is Cornelius Cummings from Keystone. And the pack hits the wall almost at the same time. It's going to be a close race here, but it does look like lane 5 is advancing into the first position. Let's take a look at the split as they come into the second turn. Lane 4 appears to hit that turn first at 24.39 seconds. But lane 5 is challenging lane 4 right now for the lead. It is going to be a tight race, folks, between lanes 4 and 5, which is Jaden Alamodovar from Lancaster and Ryan Wadsworth from Hatboro Horsham. Let's take a look who will hit it first and stop the clock. And it is Wadsworth at 50.62 seconds. And Alamodovar with 51.07. Great race, boys.
Event 43, girls 100-yard freestyle, heat 1.
Up next is event 43, girls 100-yard freestyle, and we have again 2 17-year-olds going against a 12-year-old, and this 12-year-old is not going to fool us again. It is Cami Schwartz. She had a real fast time and is a fast swimmer. Let's see how she does. And as expected, she is taking on the 2 17-year-olds. Who are Olivia Wilson from Hatboro and Rachel Schwartzer from Nittany Lion. And Cami Schwartz, the 12-year-old, is going to hit the wall in second place behind Olivia Wilson. Olivia Wilson will win this race. 17-year-old from Hatboro has finished in 1 minute and 64 hundredths of a second, and Cami Schwartz done great with 1 minute 1.46 seconds. Fantastic. And Rachel brings up third position with 1 minute 10.76 seconds, slicing off almost 3/4 of a second from her time. Great job, girls. Fantastic. Up next, Heat 2.
Heat 2.
In Heat 2, we have Madeline Henn from Lancaster Aquatic, Cameron Jones from Hatboro, Anya Emmerling from Lancaster, Maggie Delaney from Nittany Lions, Tiernan Taggart from Wilmington Aquatic Club, and Ella Faust from Lancaster Aquatic Club. A lot of these girls have 101s as their entry times, and I'm sure they're all going in for a sub-minute time. Let's see who can make it. At the turn, Cameron Jones is up ahead. And Cameron Jones is coming in at the 75 with Tiernan Taggart from Wilmington. And it's going to be a close race between lane 2 and lane 6. And it is Taggart, Tiernan Taggart, who breaks her personal best time and comes in with a 59.1. And Cameron Jones, congratulations to both of you for coming under the minute mark. Cameron Jones is 59.6. Heat 3 is now on deck.
Heat 3.
In Heat 3, we have lots of Lancaster Aquatic Club swimmers. In lane 1, Sierra Hook. In lane 2, Jordan Holmes. In lane 6, Lydia Hawker. And in lane 7, Mia Parry. And from Keystone in lane 3, Lydia McMullen. And in lane 8 is Maddie Price. And in lanes 4 and 5 from Nittany Lion is Kate Doucette and Meredith Solman. We have a number of sub 1 minute 100-yard swimmers in this heat. Let's see how they do. At the turn with the first 50, it is Lydia McMullen who stopped the clock at 27.4 seconds. Lydia is ahead comfortably at the 75, and she is going to go in for a strong finish. And let's see how much time she can shave off. .56.48 is the time for Lydia McMullen, a full 3 seconds of her personal best. So her new personal best is 56.48. Congratulations, Lydia. Heat 4 is on deck. We are now entering the sub 1 minute or the sub 58 second swimmers. And in lane 1, we have Bonita Zuo, an unattached swimmer. We have Emilia Dye from Keystone Aquatics. We have Carrie Powell and Hannah Bliss, also from Keystone Aquatics. We have Mackenzie Paget from Nittany Lions. We have Julia Bizzamo from Hatboro. We have Bella Rudy from Keystone and Ella Crawford from Keystone. And in lane 1, Bonita Zuo, and in lane 8, Ella Crawford hit the 25-yard first. At the 50, It is Benita Zuo. Mackenzie Paget is now catching up, and Benita Zuo are going in for the wall at the same time. It looks like it's going to be Mackenzie Paget who was going to win this with a time of 56.10, with Benita Zuo bringing in second place with a time of 56.96. And Hannah Bliss rounds up the top three with a time of 57.55. Congratulations, girls. Great race.
Heat 5.
Heat 5's on deck. We have Ali Cole from Nittany Lions, Kayla Perry from Lancaster, Sarah Turner from Keystone, Megan Doucette from Nittany Lions, Leila Mulvaney from Wilmington, Emily Murphy from Wimbledon, Emily Taylor from Lancaster, and Savannah Pence from Keystone Aquatics. Lanes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have all hit the wall at the same time. This one is going to be too close to call. And the story remains the same at the 50. It is still too close to call. Lanes 1 through 6 have all hit within half a second, and they're all in the 27 mark. Still, there is no separation between lanes 1, 2, and 3, and it seems like lane 2 is now pulling ahead a little. Lane 2 is Kayla Perry. Kayla Perry looks strong and has won the race with a time of 56.12. Fantastic. Kayla Perry has dropped some time, about 0.6 seconds of her personal best, and has now a new personal best of 56.12. Congratulations, Kayla. On deck is heat 6 of 8.
Heat 6.
In lane 1, we have Sydney Stas from Keystone. In lane 2, Kaya McCool from Nittany Lions and Maddie Cole from Nittany Lions. In lane 3, Ashley Perry. In lane 4, from the Lancaster Aquatic Club. In lane 5, we have Megan Spicer from the Wilmington Aquatic Club. Savra Bizzomo from Hatboro is in lane 6. Bella Rippon from Keystone Aquatics is in lane 7. And Hannah Parker is from Hatboro in lane 8. And at this point in time, all you can see is white water and absolutely nothing to choose between the 8 swimmers. At 50, looks like it's lane 7, Bella Rippon, who's up ahead. And this is way too close to goal. Lane 7, 2, and 3 all turning off the wall at the same time. Bella Rippon is trying to pull it off here. Let's see if she can do it. And looks like, yep, Bella Rippon is the winner with 55.1. In lane 7, she has won heat 6. Bella Rippon from Keystone Aquatics. Great job, Bella. Bella dropped an entire second of her older personal best. Heat 7 is on deck. A lot of fast girls in this heat. Everyone is under a personal time of 55 seconds. We have in lane 1 Lauren Hendricks from Wilmington, Jade Castro from Nittany Lions, Ava Knopsider from Lancaster, Caitlin Bidding also from Lancaster, Kaylee Early from Keystone, Lila DiCarlo from Keystone, Zoe Benka Davis from Keystone Aquatics, and Eli Friedlander from Lancaster Aquatic Club. And again, all we can see is white water. Can't see anything else. Looks like lane 5 is Kelly Early, and Kelly is ahead by a lot at this point in time. Callie is going to turn first with a time of 24.74, which is easily faster than a second of her nearest rival. And Callie is powering it on. Looks like she is a body length ahead, and she is turning in for the finish. It's going to be Callie's race. No one is taking this away from her, it seems. She has a best of 53.34, which is very fast, and she will finish with a time of 51.81. Are you kidding me? 51.81. Wow. Great job, Callie. Congratulations. You might actually win the 100-yard free for girls. We will see. We have one more heat to go. And that heat features Kyra Agney in lane 1 from Wilmington, Tori Tafudo and Claire Ryland in heats 2 and 3 from Keystone Aquatics, Rachel Bockhart from Wilmington in lane 4, Shelby Khan in lane 5, Angela Veronco in lane 6, Isabella Kill in lane 7, and McKenna Fickett in lane 8. All the last 3 swimmers, Angela, Isabella, and McKenna, are Keystone girls. And we're off to the races. Again, everyone is bunched up together, all trying to actually catch Callie O'Reilly from the previous heat. Catch her and beat her. Now we will see if that happens here. At the 50, it's really difficult to tell who's ahead, but it seems that Rachel Bockrath has a time of 25.21. So while Rachel is ahead, I don't think she'll be able to catch Kaylee, but let's see if she can win this race. And Rachel still stays ahead with a time of 25.21. And she's going in for the wall. Again, it's close to call. Looks like it'll be Rachel. And it is Rachel Bockrath with a time of 52.12 has won this heat. But the winner of the girls 100-yard freestyle was from heat 7, and that winner is Callie O'Reilly. Great race, girls. Fantastic. Fantastic. So fast. Up next is the boys 100-yard freestyle.
Event 44, boys 100-yard freestyle. Heat
And
1.
as has just been announced, we are in event 44 with the boys 100-yard freestyle. We have Ryan Troy from Lancaster Aquatic Club. We have Declan Rainowski from Keystone. We have Patrick Clement from Wilmington. Will Troy from Lancaster. Daniel Casey again from Keystone. An unattached swimmer, Ryan Willis. And we have Andrew Clement from Wilmington Aquatic Club in lane 7. There is a swimmer in lane 8 as well. I don't know if that's a ghost swimmer, but there is someone who is swimming in lane 8. We'll find out who he is. Looks like he's got a Keystone cap on. But that doesn't matter. At this time, it is actually that swimmer in lane 8 who was way ahead. And we don't know who he is. We will find out who wins this race. Oh boy, it is that swimmer in lane 8 who won the race, and we do not know who that swimmer is. He has come in with a time of 53.44, and this is the first time it has happened all day that we don't know who that swimmer is. But in second place is Will Troy. He has come in with a time of 53.80 and has dropped some time. So, well, we have a mystery winner of Heat 1. Heat 2 is now on deck. In Heat 2, we have Ethan Hahn in lane 1, Mason Dillon in lane 2,
Heat 2.
Brandon Istep from Keystone in lane 3, Eric Witt in lane 4, Dylan Vignonia in lane 5, Connors MC in lane 6, Jason Weller in lane 7, Chad Jones in lane 8. Let's go, Mason, let's go. Mason Dillon's mother, Dawn Dillon, is watching anxiously. The reason I mention her is because she is volunteering with us right here at Keystone Aquatics to make this meet possible for all of you. And it seems close. Looks like lane 3 and lane 5 and lane 4. So it looks like Brandon Eastep is going to win this race. And it is Brandon Eastep who wins the race with a 51 flat. That improves his time by 1.82 seconds. And Mason Dillon is coming forth with a time of 52.32, and that has improved his time as well. So Don should be real happy about that. Alright, I see happy Mother Trish Eastep walk across. Her son has just won the heat. And now we are going to move on to Heat 3 of 5. In Heat 3 we have from Wilmington, Max Lenz. From Nittany Lions, Parker Orndorff. From Keystone Aquatics, Ben Clark. From Lancaster, James Moore. From Keystone Aquatic, Andrew Weatherhold. And from Lancaster Aquatic Club, Ian Metzger. From the Hatboro team, we have Matthew Vochkick. And from Keystone Aquatics, Thomas Paul. Lanes 1, 4, and 5 have all hit the wall simultaneously. And at the turn, we have lane 5, which is Andrew Weatherhold in the lead with a time of 24.19. And it's a tight race between Andrew Weatherhold in lane 5 and James Mole in lane 4. And in lane 7, now Matthew Volchkick is kicking ahead. They're all going for it. Looks like Weatherhold should hold this one off, and he does. Andrew Weatherhold wins the race with a time of 50.35, his new personal best. Congratulations, Andrew. On deck is Heat 4. In Heat 4, we have John Haskins from Keystone Aquatics in lane 1. Garrick Zeng from Nittany Lions in lane 2. Bryce Mills from Keystone in lane 3. Zach Lambert from Nittany Lions in lane 4. Oh, Marcus Papanaklo from an unattached swimmer in lane 5. I think we're going to keep an eye on him here. Alicia Gugino from Nittany Lions in lane 6. Derek Eastep, he is in lane 7, another swimmer we need to keep our eyes on. And Ethan Shonk from Lancaster Aquatics in lane 8. Yep, as expected, Marcus, the unattached swimmer, is blowing past everyone at this point in time and has finished the first 50 in 22.02. So it looks like he is headed for a 46. We will see. And yep, he is a couple of body lengths ahead of everyone else at the 75. He's probably going to finish with a 46. And Marcus is flying down the straight and has hit the wall and stopped the clock at 46.29 seconds. And Derek Eastep, as I had said earlier, is now second with 48.73. So a couple of 14-year-olds standing up the entire field here. Great job. We'll have to wait and see if these 46 and 48s 48s stand the test of time, as we have Heat 5 yet to come. In Heat 5, we will have Aidan McMillan from Keystone, Seth Casey from Keystone, John Brownstead from Nittany Lions, Matt Salig, who is an unattached swimmer, Patrick Hemingway from Keystone, Ben Masante from Keystone, Forster Heasley from Nittany Lions, and Teddy Blake from an unattached swimmer. I think all eyes will be on lane 4 for Matt Salig. He has shown that he can win the big races, and he has won a race earlier as well. So he is the only one who stands between. Marcus and first place. And Matt Salig has drenched the official at the far side and is going for it, and has turned the 50 in 21.99. You would think that we are at a supermarket trying to buy something, but that is Matt Salig, an unattached swimmer who is trying to go for a sub 45 time and gets a 46.27. Oh god, in that rush I forgot what was Marcus's time, but it seems that he is number 1. So Matt Salig has a 46.27 and should have just edged out Marcus in the 100 free. Great job.
Event 45, girls 13-14, 200-yard IM.
And after that breathtaking display of speed by the boys and the girls in the 100 free, we are now going to slow it down a little and go down to a 200-yard IM. And first heat is the girls, who are now underway. We have 3 participants, or 3 competitors. We have Amelia Erickson from Hatboro, we have Elise Brelsford from Hershey Aquatic Club, and we have Molly Dell from the Nittany Lion Aquatic Club. They are just about to finish their butterfly leg, and it is Amelia Erickson who is first at this point in time with a time of 31.96, which is a very impressive time. And she's on to her backstroke, and Amelia and Molly are duking it out over here with their backstroke in the 200 line. And Amelia is turning the corner with the backstroke as well, ahead of Molly Dell by about a second and a half, almost 2 seconds. And into the breaststroke. Usually a strong breaststroke means a strong end to the race, and as we can see, Amelia Erickson is having a pretty strong breaststroke here, and I think she's destined to win this race. And Amelia is in the final leg of the IM, which is the freestyle. She has a time of 1 minute 54 at this point. Amelia Erickson of Hatboro Horsham has won Heat 1 of 5 in the girls 13-14 200-yard IM with a time of 2 minutes 31.33 seconds.
Heat 2.
Up next is Heat 2 of 5, and in Heat 2 we have Lily Johnston from Keystone, Kathleen Mooney from Lancaster, Izzy Beck from Keystone, Brianna Hosley from Nittany Lions, Morgan Biding from Lancaster, Aurora Parrish from Keystone, and Bella Roden from Keystone. At the end of the butterfly leg, it is Morgan Biting from Lancaster Quarter Club in first place. And headed into the backstroke turn, it is still Morgan who is leading the race. At the end of the backstroke, we have Brianna Hosley, who has taken the lead away from Morgan Biding. And it seems we have Izzy Beck from the Keystone team, who has the strongest of the breaststrokes, who is now inching ahead. Izzy Beck reaches the wall, makes the turn, followed by the two girls from Lancaster and the Nittany Lion team. And Izzy Beck will be the swimmer who will make the final turn into the freestyle in first place. And a kicking frenzy ensues, and Izzy Beck is still ahead. And she has made the turn ahead of Brianna Hosley and Morgan Biding. And it seems that Brianna Hosley is now putting the hammer down with the freestyle, and she is going for the win. And she... and this is so close. Brianna Hosley has edged out Izzy Beck by 0.06 of a second, finishing first with a time of 2 minutes 36.89 seconds to Izzy Beck's 2 minutes 36.95 seconds. Congratulations to Brianna Hosley from the Nittany Lions Aquatic Club for winning the heat. That was close. Heat 3 is now on deck and will feature Courtney Cherricks and Skylar Black from Keystone, Kate Hooper from the Nittany Lions Aquatic Club, Haley Lightford from Lancaster Aquatic Club, Molly Workman from the Nittany Lions Aquatic Club, Emma Fickett from the Keystone Club, Caitlin Packer from the Nittany Lions Aquatic Club, and Elizabeth Fazio from the Hatboro Horsham. Molly Workman and Caitlin Packer, both are from the Nittany Lions Aquatic Club, have moved ahead with their butterfly. A very strong stroke with the Nittany Lion swimmers here today, and they are now ahead with their backstroke as well. Molly Workman has put in a little bit of a gap between her and Caitlin Packer. And Molly Workman is the first into the backstroke turn, headed home for the exchange into the breaststroke. And Molly Workman is ahead in the breaststroke. She seems to have a very strong breaststroke, so it looks like she will win this race. And she is pulling away from the rest of the competitors. But Emma Fickett is now in second place, courtesy of a strong breaststroke. She has taken over second place from Caitlin Packer. While Molly Workman makes the turn for the finish, for the last leg, second place is between Emma Fickett and Caitlin Packer. While Molly Workman heads home, Emma Fickett is now strongly in second place. And Molly Workman has won this heat with a time of 2 minutes 19.53 seconds. And waiting to see who finishes second. It is Emma Fickett with a time of 2 minutes 30.17 seconds. And in third place, it's Haley Leapfried, who has now finished with a time of 2 minutes 31.93 seconds. Great race, girls. On deck is heat 4 of 5.
Heat 4.
In Heat 4, we have Bria Burkholder from the Lancaster Aquatic Club, and then 3 Keystone swimmers, Zoya Hassan, Bernice Riveza, and Natalie Colarossi in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Zoe Rogers from Wilmington is in lane 5. Nicole Hassis from Keystone is in lane 6. Mallory Jeremiah is in lane 7, and she's from Wilmington. And Quinn Castro is in lane 8 from Nittany Lions Aquatic Club. Looks like a strong race. Looks like Zoe Rogers is leading the race as things stand right now. And Zoe Rogers is still in the lead with a time of 29.3. And in the backstroke, Zoe Rogers is maintaining that lead. She is a full body length ahead of Natalie Colarossi, who's in lane 4. And Zoe Rogers is almost 3 seconds ahead of Natalie Colarossi right now in lane 4. One thing we have to remember is that Natalie Colarossi has got a wicked 53, so she can catch up towards the end. But it seems that Zoe Rogers is keeping the heat on. And Zoe Rogers is going to make the turn first for the freestyle in 1 minute 45.49 seconds. And she has got a big advantage over second place Natalie Colarossi by 5 seconds. an advantage that is a little too big for Natalie to close down. But Natalie is chasing her down right now, as you can see. With those long arms and long strokes, Natalie is trying to chase her down. This is going to be a race, tight race. For third place, between Zoya Hassan and Bernice Reza, they are neck and neck. And while Zoe Rogers has won first place with a comfortable time of 2 minutes 18.04 seconds, Nicola Rossi made up a lot of ground to finish with 2 minutes 20 seconds. And Zoya and Bernice round up the top three. Zoya just edged out Bernice, it seems, by 0.26 seconds. So congratulations to all these girls for putting on a fantastic performance. Well, Natalie Colorossi, you have dropped 4 seconds off your best time. So congratulations for your new personal best.
Heat 5.
And we are here for the final heat in the girls 200-yard IM 13, 14-year-olds. We have Bella Carballo from Wilmington. We have Mary Kate Kupski, an unattached swimmer. We have Maddie Surfass from Keystone. We have Sarah Parker from Hatboro. We have Liliane Gugino from Nittany Lions. We have Lily Moore from Keystone. We have Gianna Bevivino from Hatboro. And we have Ava Buck from Keystone Aquatics. Again, looks like this is going to be the tale of the two Lilies in lane 5 and 6. But Sarah Parker in lane 4 seems to be having a very strong butterfly. So we will see who wins this one. At the turn, it is Sarah Parker. We just need to keep in mind that the race is not decided in the butterfly or the backstroke. Most cases, an IM is decided in the breaststroke. And of the 3 girls, I know that Lily Moore has a wicked breaststroke. So we have still to see the last of this race. Sarah Parker turns first, followed by Lily Gugliano and Ava Buck. Sarah Parker is ahead at this point in time, followed by Liliane Gugino, and Lily Moore is catching up in 3rd place. And Liliane Gugino, who seems to have an even better breaststroke than most of the other girls, is now in 1st place. Sarah Parker has been relegated to 2nd, and Lily Moore is bringing up the 3rd. The race is between Liliane and Sarah as they turn for the final 25 yards of the heat. Liliane Gugino is flying at this time. And Liliane Gugino will win the 200 IM with a time of 2 minutes, 10.57 seconds. And Sarah Parker comes up close 2nd with a time of 2 minutes, 10.93 seconds. Wow, that is less than 0.4 seconds between 1st and 2nd place. Close race. Lily Moore gets a time of 2 minutes, 15.7 seconds, which is an improvement of 4.3 seconds from her previous best. Amazing.
Event 46, boys 13, 14, 200-yard IM, heat 1.
Heat 1 of the boys IM has just been announced, and we have Keegan Williamson from Keystone in lane 3, Zach Owens from Lancaster Aquatic in lane 4. We have Eric Samuelson from Keystone in lane 5, and Andrew Tedesco in lane 6 from the Hatboro Club. looks like these guys have started off in the wrong lanes. They started off in lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they should have started in 3, 4, 5, and 6, but that's okay. They're all... They're not correctly placed as things stand right now. The race is really between lanes 2 and 3, which I'm assuming is Keegan and Zach Owens. Looks like Zach Owens is in lane 2 and Keegan Williamson is in lane 3. The race is neck and neck. Both of them have the same exact breaststroke turn, and it seems that Keegan Williamson has moved ahead.
Okay, I'll just go. Thank you. Tell Lydia good job. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And they make the turn for the final 50 free at the exact same time of 157.27 and 157.47. Both these boys are matching each other stroke for stroke into the final turn, and they turn at the same exact time. There's very little to tell between the two boys. Looks like the Keystone Kid is now kicking up a little harder and is going to win this race. I believe it's Keegan Williamson who is going to win this race in a time of 2:29.35. And we are now up to heat 2 with the boys 200-yard IM.
Heat 2.
Heat 2 of the boys 200-yard IM is coming up. We have Carter Johnson from Lancaster Aquatic Club, Sean Kemsky from Wilmington, Jacob Troy and John Mole, both from Lancaster Aquatic. And then we have Cornelius Cummings and Gabriel Kesse from Keystone Aquatics, Peyton Knapp from Lancaster Aquatic, and Owen Fastridge from Keystone Aquatic. All right, looks like Sean Kemsky swam heat 1 instead of heat 2. So the lane in heat 2, lane 2 in heat 2 is empty. So that makes sense as to why there was a swimmer in heat 2. In heat 1, lane 2. Anyways, in lane 5, Cornelius Cummings is leading this heat comfortably in his backstroke, followed closely by Gabriel Kesse in lane 6 and John Mole in lane 4. Cornelius Cummings in lane 5 is tearing it up with his breaststroke. Second place is being closely contested by John Mole and Jacob Troy, both of Lancaster Aquatic. Cornelius Cummings is going to finish this race comfortably, and he's going to break his old time by a lot. And Gabriel Kesse is coming in from nowhere to take second place. Cornelius Cummins has won the race with 2 minutes 18.52 seconds, and in second place we have a close race, and Gabriel Kesse has stolen second place away from everybody else with a time of 2 minutes 23.77. Go Gabriel. Folks, after that race, we have the final heat for the 200 IM. And in lane 1, we have Mio DeClue from Keystone Aquatics. In lane 2, Caleb Surfast from Keystone Aquatics. In lane 3, Jonathan Hughes from Nittany Lion Aquatic. Jaden Almodovar from Lancaster Aquatic is in lane 4. Bobby Dempsey from Keystone Aquatics is in lane 5. Ryan Taylor from Lancaster Aquatics is in lane 6. Felix Wickner from Keystone Aquatics is in lane 7, and Ethan Winowick is an unattached swimmer, is in lane 8. Jaden Almodovar is on pace to win this race, and it is only 50 yards done at this point in time. But he had a strong showing in the butterfly leg, and it seems that he is pulling away in the backstroke. Bobby Dempsey and Caleb Surfast have a strong backstroke, and they are in second place at this point in time. But Jaden Almodovar is the clear leader, turning into his breaststroke leg with a time of 58.88 for the first 100. Amazing. Jonathan Hughes is coming to make second place his own. It seems he has an extremely powerful breaststroke, so he's taken that away from Caleb Surfast. No change in the leader, and that leader is Jaden, who is now making the turn for the final 50 free. Jaden might come in under 204, and we'll just have to see if that's going to happen. And Jonathan Hughes, after that powerful performance in the breaststroke leg, is now in second place, whereas Caleb Surfast is actually right now in third. And Jaden has won the race in 2 minutes 6 seconds, and Jonathan Hughes has come in second with 2 minutes 11.75 seconds. And Bobby Dempsey, out of nowhere, takes third place with 2 minutes 14.31 seconds. So good, strong freestyle by Bobby Dempsey to get him his third place. Great swim, boys. We're coming to the two final events of the day. And they're both going to be the girls 200-yard IM and the boys 200-yard IM. At this time, it's the girls 200-yard IM, an open event. So we will see kids from all age groups. Again, we are seeing a couple, actually 3 12-year-olds duking it out with 15 and 16-year-olds. This is going to be fun. We have Ella Faust and Madeline Hen from Lancaster Aquatic Club. And the other 12-year-old in here is Cami Schwartz, again from Lancaster Aquatic Club. We know how good Cami is, so we'll just keep an eye on her to see how she does in this race. In lane 3, we have Sarah Huck from Lancaster Aquatic Club. We have Hannah Bliss from the Keystone Aquatic Club, and we have Bella Rudy in lane 6. After the butterfly stroke, we have Hannah Bliss who's leading and Bella Rudy in second place. And it seems Cami Schwartz has taken third into the backstroke. Hannah Bliss is first, Rudy Bella follows her, and Cami Schwartz and Madeline Hen are in third place. It's been a long day of racing, and these girls are showing some fatigue. But Hannah Bliss continues to lead. And there are literally 4 girls in lanes 3, 4, 6 and 7, all at the same time for second place. But it looks like Cami Schwartz is pulling away slightly for second. Time will tell, but it looks like yes, she is ahead with her breaststroke. Hannah Bliss has made the turn for the last leg, and she is going to bring this home, and let's see if Cami Schwartz is going to come in second or if it's going to be Sierra Huck, I'm sorry. It is going to be Sierra Huck, who is now making the turn for the wall. And second place just got interesting. It looks like Cami Schwartz is going to end this race on a high note. And yes, she has won second place with 2 minutes 32.94. But the winner of this race is Hannah Bliss with 2:25.79. And a great showing by a 12-year-old. Heat 2 is now on deck, and we have from the Hatboro Horsham team, Sarah Bizarmo. From the Keystone Aquatic team, we have Ella Crawford and Amelia Dye. From Lancaster Aquatic Club, we have Anya Emmerling. From Keystone Aquatics, we have Mia Estep and Zoe Benka-Davis. Lane 7 belongs to Bridget Flanagan from Wilmington Aquatic, and lane 8 is Meredith Solmans from the Nittany Lion Aquatic Club. A slight reset in the start, and off we go. In lane 6, Zoe Benka-Davis is flying towards the first 25, and she has made a strong turn and a great underwater. And it is Zoe Benka-Davis with a time of 30.15. Trying to lead the race into the backstroke. Zoe has a strong backstroke, but it seems at this point in time, Ella Crawford is taking up that leader spot in this race. Ella Crawford with a strong backstroke is going to finish first at the end of the backstroke leg. And her time right now is 1:06.49. Ella Crawford in first place. And Ella and Zoe are right now duking it out here in the pool, with Ella holding a slight edge over Zoe Benka-Davis. And this is going to be a fun race to watch towards the end because Zoe Benka-Davis does have a faster 50 free time than Ella Crawford. But this is not a 50 free, this is a 200 free, and we have to see who can hold this out till the end. At the turn, Ella Crawford leads with 150.81, whereas Zoe Benka-Davis is second with 152.3. And this is it, all down to the final leg of freestyle, and Ella Crawford is turning into the leg, and now Zoe Benka-Davis follows. This is going to be close. We have to see if Zoe Benka-Davis has the kick. But it seems Ella Crawford too strong at this point in time. And Ella hits the wall first with a time of 2 minutes 23.07, and Zoe finishes a strong second with a time of 2:24.19. And both these girls have dropped a ton of time from their personal bests. So congratulations to both of them. Great race, fantastic race by Ella Crawford. Holly Crawford, if you're listening, I think your daughter swam a fabulous race.
Heat 3.
All right, we are on deck with Heat 3, in which we have Tiernan Taggart from Wilmington. Also from Wilmington, we have Lelia Mulvaney. From Lancaster, we have Abby Steichel. From Keystone Aquatics, we have Araceli Skiles and Olivia Tervazes. And from the Nittany Lion Aquatic Club, we have Maggie Delaney. We have Lauren Hendricks from Wilmington and Maddie Price from Keystone Aquatics. You really can't tell at the end of the first 25 who's ahead and who's not, but at the end of the 50 we'll have a clearer picture as to who's ahead. It seems Olivia Tervazes is having a good butterfly and is going to finish in first at the end of the butterfly leg. Turning into the back, Olivia still leads. Abby Steichel of Lancaster. And Olivia Tervazes is still in first place at the end of the backstroke. And Olivia is out to make this race her own. Flying through the breaststroke is Olivia Tervazes. And Olivia Tervazes is leading this race at this point in time. But Leila Mulvaney is trying to throw everything at her. In lane 2, Olivia and Leila are going for the end of the wall. They turn around at the same time. Can Olivia hang on to first place? They're both going for it. Looks like Olivia is going to win this one. Come on. And yes, she pulls it off. She beats Leila Mulvaney by 1/10 of a second. Olivia finishes with 2:21.22 and Leila Mulvaney finishes with 2:21.32. What a great race by Olivia Tervazes of Keystone Aquatics. After that fantastic and fabulous finish, congratulations to Olivia again. We move on to Heat 4 of 6, and in Heat 4, we have Emily Murphy of Wilmington, Ashley Mellinger of Lancaster Aquatic, Kia McCool of the Nittany Lion Club, Benita Zuo, an unattached swimmer, Emily Taylor of Lancaster Aquatic, Mackenzie Paget of Nittany Lion, Mia Tamburino from the Hatboro Horsham team, and Bella Rippon from Keystone Aquatics. Again, folks, remember, these girls must be exhausted. This is their last race for the day, and it is a 200-meter IM, and they are giving it their all. Such amazing athletes. At the turn, we have Mackenzie Paget leading the pack. But the breaststroke leg is going to change it, and we now have a couple of new leaders, which is Ashley Mellinger and Kia McCool with the backstroke, are leading this race. And Kia McCool currently is just too cool for everyone else, and she is in first place. And it looks like Ashley Mellinger and Kia McCool are going to duke this one out till the finish. Both their breaststrokes are exactly the same, and they're going to make the turn at about the same time, and this is going to be an exciting race, folks. Stay tuned. And it looks like Mellinger has pulled ahead a little with a very strong breaststroke. My God, that is a 3-second difference right there. Ashley Mellinger is now strongly placed to finish this race in first place. And Kia McCool is trying to run her down, but it seems Ashley Mellinger from the Lancaster Aquatic Club is going to make this race all her own. And she is going to finish with a time of 2 minutes, 13.59 seconds. That is a good 3 seconds faster and her new personal best. Kia McCool finishes in second with a time of 2 minutes, 15.72 seconds, which is also a personal best for her. Amazing swim, girls. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. And moving on, we have Heat 5 on deck. These are going to be the 2 last heats. In Heat 5, we have Ashley Perry from Lancaster Aquatic Club. We have Carrie Powell from the Keystone Aquatic Club. We have Kayla Perry from Lancaster Aquatic. We have Tori Tafuto from Keystone Aquatic. We have Ava Nopsider from Lancaster Aquatic. Lenya Ryan from Wilmington. Angela Voronko from Keystone Aquatic. And Allison Weller from Keystone Aquatic. And the girls are already in the water and getting through their butterfly as we speak. And lane 1, Ashley Perry hits the wall in first place after the butterfly. And at the end of the leg, the butterfly leg, we have in first place Ashley Perry with a time of 28.12. Again, folks, remember, this is an IM, and that can change very quickly. And it has. We have now in lane 6 and lane 5 Lenya Ryan and Ava Nopsider who are leading the charge. Lenya Ryan seems to be pulling up ahead with a superior backstroke, and she is now doing that difficult turn, or whatever you call it, the bucket turn, I guess, into the breaststroke. And Lenya Ryan is leading this race at this point in time. Lenya Ryan followed closely by Ava Nopsider in second. And Nopsider has taken it away from Ryan in the breaststroke and is leading the freestyle charge back home. And Knobsider is flying in the freestyle and has built a lead of over a body length, and nobody's taking this away from her. And Lenya Ryan has now got a new challenger for second place in Kayla Perry. And we will see who finishes second here, because the winner is Ava Knobsider, and she has won with a time of 2 minutes 10.78 seconds. And it is Kayla Perry with second place with a time of 2 minutes 13.77 seconds. Ava Knobsider has dropped about 1.3 seconds off her fastest time, and this is now her new personal best. So congratulations, Ava. And on deck now is the final heat for 200 IM, which will feature Isabella Kill from the Keystone Aquatic Group, Rachel Bokrath from Wilmington, Riley Waslin from Wilmington, Shelby Khan from Lancaster Aquatic Club, Kyra Agney from Wilmington Aquatic, McKenna Fickett from Keystone, Maddie Cole from Nittany Lions Aquatic Club, and Sydney Stabs from Keystone. I think we can keep an eye on Rachel Brockett here. She's had Rachel Bokrath. She had a great meet yet. Rachel Bokrath seems to be making the turn in first place. And after the first leg of the butterfly, Rachel Bokrath is in first place. But that could change with the backstroke very easily. But Rachel has a strong backstroke, as we can see, and she is hit the wall first on the backstroke as well. Rachel Bokrath is out to make a statement today. She's had a great meet, and I remember calling this name out many, many times today. And Rachel with a bucket turn does finish first with a time of 59.07 into the breaststroke. And the breaststroke is going to decide who wins this race. And it seems Bokrath has an extremely strong breaststroke. And he is leading off the wall by a good second at this point in time. And this is now Rachel Bokrath's race to lose. And Rachel Bokrath is still in the lead, and she is going to win this race from lane 2 if everything stays the same. But there seems to be a lot of pressure coming in from lanes 3 and 4. And Rachel Bokrath does make the turn first, but lane 4, which is Shelby Khan, is coming hard for her. Shelby and Rachel, it's going to be one of these two. We'll see who wins this. Shelby has hit the last line, and it's going to be Rachel Bokrath who takes this race. Ooh, with a time of 2 minutes, 8.18 seconds. And Shelby Khan finishes second with a time of 2 minutes, 8.54 seconds. What a performance. What an amazing performance by the two girls. Fantastic. All right, folks, we now have 5 races to go, and that is the boys 200-yard IM. The 200-yard IM. Heat 1 has only 3 swimmers in it. Thank God for that. It'll allow me to catch my breath. We have in lane 3, Max Lenz. In lane 4, Ryan Troy. And in lane 5, Ethan Han DeShane. Again, it's an open race, so we have one 12-year-old going against 2 17-year-olds. As expected, the 17-year-old's crushing the 12-year-old in the butterfly. It seems Ethan Hahn has the fastest time with a 27.85. Ethan Hahn is swimming for the races. He's going to win this one comfortably. At the end of the backstroke, he is about 3 body lengths ahead of his nearest competitor, and he is now a minute into the race and into his breaststroke. Ethan Hahn is going to complete his breaststroke pretty soon. He is showing a 200-yard IM time of 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Either it's a misprint or he is going to totally annihilate his time. Ethan Hahn Deshane has won the 200-yard IM Heat 1 with a time of 2 minutes 14.61 seconds, and if his old time is correct, he has beaten that by 35 seconds. Max Lenz has finished the race with a time of 2 minutes 25, and Ryan Troy, the 12-year-old, is now coming in with a time of 2 minutes 42.29 seconds, and a fantastic swim by the 12-year-old. Heat 2 of 5 is now on deck.
Heat 2.
In Heat 2, we have Brody Reber from Lancaster Aquatic Club, and from Lancaster Aquatic Club, we have Will Troy. From the Nittany Lion team, we have Colin Levy, we have Ian Metzger from Lancaster, we have Joshua Smith from Wilmington, Ben Clark from Keystone Aquatics, Andrew Clement from Wilmington, and Daniel Casey from Keystone Aquatic. Josh Smith is setting the initial pace here with a flying butterfly leg that he has completed in 26.91. He is flying off the blocks. Will Troy is bringing up second place. Josh Smith in the lead with a couple of body lengths in the backstroke. Josh Smith has finished his back leg with a time of 1 minute and is now into the breaststroke. While the competition is closing up, it seems that Josh has built up enough of a lead to win this race comfortably. We'll turn our focus as to who is going to win second place, which seems to be a close race between lane 2 and lane 4 of Will Troy and Ian Metzger. Josh Smith is headed home, and it seems Ian Metzger is now in second place and will take second place comfortably with Will Troy bringing up third. Josh Smith has finished the race with a time of 2 minutes, 6.88 seconds, a full 5 seconds faster than what he swam earlier. So that's his new personal best. Ian Metzger has a time of 2:11.92, and Will Troy is now 2:13.84. Congratulations to all the swimmers. All right, folks, this is Heat 3. Heat 3 has the unattached swimmer Marcus Papanikolaou, who has been a surprise package here today. He is in lane 1, and I think he is going to be the kid who's going to win this race from lane 1. In lane 2, we have Grant Leipfried from Lancaster Aquatic. Alicia Gagino is in lane 3 from Nittany Lion. Lucas Knopfsider is in lane 4 from the Lancaster Aquatic Club. And lane 5 and 6 are Keystone Boys, Brandon Estep and Ryan Lee. Lane 7 is Pratik Clement from Wilmington Aquatic Club, and lane 8 is Connor Sempsey from the Lancaster Aquatic Club. And at this point in time, it is lane 1. It is Marcus Papanikolaou. Papanikolaou is now firmly in first place with a blistering butterfly of 24.92. My God, under 25 in a 200. And you can see the wheelbarrow backstroke of Papanikolaou bringing him to the 75-yard line. And he has made a turn, and he is still in first place. I kind of had a feeling that he turned maybe a stroke too quick. But that's the momentum the 14-year-old is carrying. And he's into his breaststroke leg. My God, he has a butterfly and backstroke time of 54.39. Marcus is blowing by everyone at this point in time. The breaststroke that he has is phenomenal. Brandon Estep is the only one who can keep up with him at this point in time and is in second place. Marcus literally highlighting the field, destroying everyone, is turning into his freestyle leg, and Brandon Estep is following behind in second place. Great swim by Marcus. Let's see how much he's got left. His best time is a 2 minutes 7 seconds. He is on track to break his best time. We'll find out by how much. And Brandon Estep is following in second place. Strong showing by Brandon. His best time is a 2:05, and Marcus is hit the wall in 1 minute 58.81. Where does this kid come from? Whew! And Brandon Estep has taken a close second over Ryan Lee with a time of 2:03.05, and Ryan's time is 2:03.62. So both boys have dropped a lot of time, but the win is with Marcus. He has shown that he is a force to be reckoned with. He has a time of 1 minute 58.81 seconds. We'll try to remember that and see if it holds up in the next two heats. But Marcus is barely able to walk out of the pool right now. And the kid has done a fabulous job. What a swim. What a phenomenal swim.
Heat 4.
Heat 4 is now on deck. We have Aidan McMillan from Keystone Aquatic, Chad Jones from Lancaster Aquatic, Zach Lambert from Nittany Lions, Ethan Schonk from Lancaster Aquatic, James Mole from Lancaster Aquatic, Derek Estep from Keystone Aquatic, keep an eye on this kid, Colin Clow from Keystone Aquatic, and Eric Witt from Nittany Lions. And they're off. But the time to beat today will be the 158.81 that Marcus has set. And at the end of the butterfly leg of this heat, it is Derek Estep. Derek does have the strongest butterfly of all these swimmers, so that was expected. And Derek is powering down this backstroke leg also. It'll be difficult to beat Derek now. First at the 75. Derek is going for this backstroke finish to lead into the breaststroke, but it is a close race. The others are catching up, especially Ethan Schonk in lane 4. And Ethan Schonk is ahead now by the slightest of margins over Derek Estep. And Ethan Schonk seems to have a very powerful breaststroke, similar to Derek Estep, and they are now duking it out for first and second. Ethan ahead by 1/2 of a stroke. Ethan and Derek turn into the final leg of the breaststroke. And it looks like Derek is pulling back some of the time he lost in the backstroke. And Derek will be slightly ahead of Ethan by 0.23 seconds. And we will see a dead heat here for the freestyle win. It is Derek Estep. Derek Estep is a strong swimmer, has been a strong swimmer for a while, will easily win this one now. But the question is whether he will be able to beat Marcus Papanikolaou's time of 1:58. And it's going to be close. Derek is going for it. It is a 1:58.7. Guess what? We have a new leader, and that new leader is Derek Estep. Derek Estep has blown by his older time by 3.5 seconds. Looks like this kid's headed to the Nationals. Anyways, we'll see if Derek Estep's time now holds up for the rest of the meet. His time is 1:58.7, and that is the new time to beat. This is the last heat, and we have a very happy Dawn Dillon here, who just can't wait for this meet to get over. She's been here for over 5 hours. And she is cheering every boy to get on that block and get on that block now. And those boys are John Brownstead from Nittany Lions, and then 4 Keystone boys: Connor Moran, Noah Drexler, Alex Blacker, Ben Declos, and Sean Eardley is from Nittany Lions. And we have 2 unattached swimmers, Teddy Blake and Whoopi Kupski. And Whoopi Kupski, that is the name that can dethrone Derek Estep's time of 1:58.70. We just have to see how this race ends. And Whoopi Kupski almost took the bulkhead out there with his hands and his head. And they're flying down the straight here to the end. And there is Ben Declos, who is turning first. Ben Declos seems to have a really strong backstroke. He is coming in strong, and there comes Whoopi Kupski flying the windmill, but he will not be able to beat Ben Declos in the backstroke. Ben Declos has a very strong lead and is heading into the wall here to transition into the breaststroke. It is Ben Declos with 52.83. Whoopi Kupski is probably not going to be part of this conversation anymore. But a great swim by him. Connor Moran is in second place at this point in time. But it is Ben Declos' race to lose at this point in time. It's a great 10-yard kick out by Ben Declos, which has only been bettered by Connor Moran in lane 2. Connor Moran is probably ahead of Ben Declos. No, it is Ben Declos who clips it at 1:28.22. So this means if Ben Declos can finish this race within 30 seconds, within 29 seconds, he will be the new leader. And Ben Declos is making the turn. And look at Whoopi Kupski. He's come out from nowhere. He might get third here. And Ben Declos wins with 1:55.82. That is a fantastic swim. And he is going to be the fastest 200 IMer, beating out Derek Estep's 1:57. What a fantastic swim by all these boys to close out this fantastic session of the Keystone Thanksgiving Invite 13 and over session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you from all of us here at Keystone.